Scores from the Playground. Camron speaks on his $500,000 lawsuit against J. Cole. Let's get into the content, bro. Drop it in the comments.
Never ever want to do anything as far as a lawsuit is concerned. This is exactly what happened, just so you know. And I don't really care anymore. It was just more to get his attention. Not saying that I don't need to be compensated for what I do or do what you say you're going to do. And to me, being a man is keeping your word. And I know everybody's busy and everybody has things to do and so on and so forth. But if I give you my word 4 or 5 times, I got to do it out of the one time out of the 4 or 5 times. So on his first project he did, I did an intro for him. He needed it within 24 hours. Luckily, I was in my home studio. I called my engineer over. I did the record for him for his intro. I think it's I-95 or something like that. I told him I may need a verse whenever I get a project done. So he said, cool. He had another project that he put out. I think it was the last project he put out. I forget what it was called, but I did I'm Ready over. I went to the studio. He played me the record. I did the record. You can ask him. And Corday was there, the young boy Corday, the rapper. He was there. I did the record in 20 minutes. I knocked that shit out and went off about my business. I told him, look, I just need an interview. First I said I want a verse. Then he says, okay, when's the project coming out? When you gonna get it? I said, I don't know when the project is. I just need a verse. Well, I'm exaggerating, but he's like the shock rain right now. And, the moon got aligned with the stars. And, when I write, I put my all into it. Okay, let's put your all into it then. You know what I'm saying?
Give me that verse.
Called me twice to do something, and I did it. One day you have 48 hours to do it. Then I knocked the other thing out as soon as I came to New York, because you ain't want to send me a record. You want to be in the studio with me. I knocked it out. Cool, you don't give me the record, which is fine. Then I say, you know what? Forget the record. Let's do an interview. Bet I got you. I got a project coming out in June. Let's do it around there. Cool. Now I'm starting to do all these, other shows I got going on, deals I got lined up on the table, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm out polying deals. And like I said, that's why I say you don't count no money till it's in your pocket, which it didn't matter anyway. But when I'm polying these deals, J. Cole doesn't do a lot of interviews. I'm saying I'm going to have J. Cole interview for you in June. They're like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, nah, I'm dead serious. I'm like, when I'm working out deals for all my other shows. Get the fuck out of here. All right, bet. Cool. Now I'm polying deals off of what you told me, which, you shouldn't do that anyway. That's not a tangible business. But if I did 2 favors for you, then you gave me your word 4 times, I'm assuming on the 5th time, you got it.
That's way past due.
You said rain, sleet, snow, this time you dead serious. June come, and then I say, yo, what's up? He said, yo, bro, I'm gonna have to keep it real with you. I can't do it. I don't know when the album gonna be done. And I say, I can't promise you a date, but I can do the date. I don't want to keep telling you I'm gonna do it and don't do it, this, that, and the third. So I'm gonna just have to say I'm gonna have to pass for now.
Damn. Now I got to cut you. You know what I'm saying?
Pass for now.
What the fuck?
So I knock a song out for you in 48 hours because your album's due. I come do a verse for you 2 weeks later in New York because you called. Now, mind you, I'm not calling J. Cole, even though I'm a fan. I'm cool. You're calling me to do this stuff. I appreciate the call. Don't get me wrong. I fuck with him. I like doing the music. But you're calling me to do this stuff. Then when I ask you to do something for me, you string me along for a year. First of all, no verse. Because the chakra, you got to write the bass. He told me how when I try to kill everybody while I'm on the record. It'll take me 3 weeks to write around. All right, that's fine. Let's just do the interview. You string me along for a year for that. Then finally tell me after a year, after you gave me your word 4 times, that the last time, I'm just not going to be able to do it. So my thing was, that's fine. You strung me along for a year, no verse, no interview, no nothing. Told me 4 times you're going to do it. 5th time you told me forget it. Just pay me for what I've done already. That's where that came from.
Since you're going to do that.
Yeah, so it wasn't like Cam is out trying to sue J. Cole. Like, I'm not on that type of time. That's the last thing I want to do. But you got to be a man and keep your word. If you're a man, keep your word as a man. And people going to see this and be like, Well, J. Cole is busy. J. Cole, I got shit to do too.
Word, you killer.
I got
Word.
shit to do too. Yo, you should feel honored he called you. Thank you. Whatever, man. Because you know the younger generation, they'll say all this. Cam, you should be feeling, listen, bro, whatever, man. I didn't call niggas. I had shit to do too. And I appreciate the call, like I said before. But I don't work for free. That nigga Ho saying that wrong, this ain't back in the days, nigga. You know niggas fight for equal pay, nigga.
Now, the bigger question is, if he called you tomorrow and said, let's do the interview.
I'm just at the point where maybe, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to go to court and all that shit.
Right.
But I can't be working for free neither.
Yeah.
Especially when you giving me, I don't think
Well,
it's
a deal is a deal.
I don't think it's personal you giving me your ass to kiss, but you're giving me your ass
As
to
he
kiss.
gave you your ass to kiss.
Right.
Yeah,
This is
fuck
what I'm
that.
saying. So I don't want to go to court. I don't want to sue J. Cole, but I do and will be compensated for what I did or just do the interview.
Yeah.
But now, even if we do the interview, he's seen this and it's like, how thorough is the interview going to be?
It's the same shit. He ain't do none of the work for you. Shit.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, Larry asked him when I do the interview now. I don't know. Now, the ship might have sailed. And especially seeing this, who knows what kind of good interview I would get, you know what I'm saying?
I really didn't get it at first. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really didn't get it. I thought Camron was on some other shit. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Now I see why he's mad. Yeah, now I see why he's mad. Jermaine treated him like a little triofo. Yeah, treated him like a little hoe. You know what I mean? Real shit. Gave him the runaround. You know, he felt like he was nothing. And this is before he got them new teeth put in his mouth, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's one of the other ones was looking worse, you know what I mean? Just be honest, let's just be real, bro. He was downsliding at this point. When J. Cole called him, J. Cole chew him a bone, you know, he chew him a bone. Now this whole little song, Freshman 24, whatever the fuck he's suing for, most people ain't heard it, you know what I mean? Most people ain't heard it. Now this man is suing $500,000. What did you think you would have really got paid for that voice? You know what I mean? Man could have paid you what he was going to pay you for that bullshit out of pocket. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. And this ain't to take from what Camron was, my nigga. They ain't take one. They can't take away what we were. You know. But you're not that today. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real, bro. You're not spitting like that. Freestyles, yeah. But when it comes to musically, on wax, your shit ain't just had that slap to it in a minute. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Them ain't chew you up on. What do? You throw it back in his face only after you done nibbled all the meat off of that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Real shit. You see the song ain't going nowhere. And so he ain't giving you nothing. He ain't rushing to do your fucking podcast. So now you want to sue him. Man, it's some whole shit. Yeah, it's some whole shit. You know, I don't care how y'all shape it and shift it. It is what it is. And the chips are gonna land like they land, but guess what? I don't think J. Cole is gonna be paying you anything, brother. Yeah, I'm just being honest. I don't think he's gonna be paying you anything. Before you know it, you're gonna drop that motherfucking case. You're never gonna sit there in court. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real, bro. You don't do people like that, man. You don't do people like that. If you want to start there, bro, I think y'all owe, you know, we ain't going to say the names, but I think you know who you owe money to. If you going to take niggas to court, I think niggas are going to take you to court too, bro. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Drop it in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Squads from the playground. Hype my shit up, nigga. Peace. If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap. People tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.